little light of mine, Lord, we're gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, Lord, we're gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Well, one of the ways we're going to do that tonight is looking at the last paragraph, or the second paragraph. There's a line there. It says, "For the teaching opportunity that is now before the Baha'i world to be seized to its fullest extent, creative thought needs to be given to the conversations that could unfold with every kind of person."
Okay, is it okay I have some more thoughts?
Oh, okay.
Is that
Yeah.
okay? There's two thoughts, so they're kind of long, so they're so the first one was about this metaphor. It's really interesting about that. I was really touched by this, that talking about the challenges of this world with particularism and partisanship, and this seeing them as the foam and spray cast up as wave after wave convulsing a turbulent and divided society. Yeah, it's really captured an image almost immediately. We like distracted, and our minds being distracted, which is kind of another layer of like being detached from partisanship, which is interesting.
Yeah, because you can not talk about it or get involved in it, but you can still be kind of just thinking about it and perturbed or agitated or
We could even view it as a soap opera, and I'm serious. I mean, it's something that's it's like a distraction in an entertainment kind of a way.
Yeah.
It's like that too.
Yeah. What's going to happen next?
I know, like, it's kind of addicting. It's like I have to open Time just to see what, what's today's, what's today's travesty.
Yeah.
Each one of us contemplate what heavenly deed His grace may aid us to perform. I don't think I've ever remember there like ending with a question.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So I mean, it just seems like we should each do this. like definitely. And then also though, like the wording's very particular. It's talking about deeds. I was just thinking also lately, first thing for me, I've been feeling like, just a meeting after meeting after meeting, and like we have a culture of meetings, but I think that we also need a culture of deeds, like in addition to meetings.
Well, that's a deed.
What, meeting?
Somebody's got to go to the meeting.
Yeah,
and do the planning and help the rest of the community, move. I mean, it's kind of like like how the Guardian always talks about the army, light and he talks in military terms, so the generals have to meet and the sergeants and the commanders and this little foot soldiers or whatever, we get our guidance and direction. So it's not like it's a hard, it's not an easy thing to do to attend meetings and be attentive and all that.
But it's
glad
also
you would not. No.
And then we'll have like teaching efforts the next day, and there won't be comparable numbers. So I think that there is something safe to meetings, though. Those are just two thoughts.
We could review all the activities that happened all during the year, but or we could read the annual report, things like that. But we wanted to get people involved, and so we came up with this idea of practicing conversations. The conversations that we hope to have to invite people to the Twin Holy Days. And came up with about 10 different scenarios. So everybody gets a copy of this. And I want you to look at what we're trying to do, and then the why, and look at each of these scenarios, and pick a partner or two, somebody sitting close to you, and see what you could do. Maybe create a skit or come up with an idea of how you address this scenario. have about 15 copies of this. Share it. Yeah, I think I have enough. Yeah.
I think the thing that we have is
what we call, well, there's a teaching devotion, but we like everybody that comes to participate. And so they can bring whatever they want to bring, particular maybe poems or prayers that they like, or if they're involved in music, or if they're involved in something called history presentation. We like to invite people to come and share what they've found, things that are deeply personal to them and important with each other. And we're Baha'i, which
you mentioned to me the other day that you had a disagreement with your sister.
believe in the oneness of mankind, and this is why
Actually true. Yeah, that's funny because when we think about like diversity, a lot of times we think about like diversity as being like differences in race, or differences in skin color, or whatever. And actually, like,
you told me
it's a form of diversity.
and you like working with
beliefs and this kind of stuff.
So we'd love to have you come maybe tell us
It's one of the harder forms of diversity
So
to really.
it's happening Saturday night. So it's going to Saturday. Oh yeah. Great. Okay. Do you ride or anything? If you do, we'll come to you. Okay?
Know about more about each other and to join as a group practically so we can all join together and be a group instead of judging one another and like, be together as one.
Well, I'll tell you, how about this? How would you like to ride with me in my Jeep and you can tell me this stuff in the car? Tell me more about it in the car.
Yes, oh yeah.
That's also like
That'd be great.
I enjoy the company, out there in the woods.
That would be great.